welcome back to our On the Couch podcast. And I am one of the hosts, Danny Cardozo, and I'm here with Johnny Super.
Johnny Smooth.
Johnny Smooth. Let's talk about some smooth. Well, first and foremost, we got a special bottle of tequila today.
Yes, we do.
Something that we have decided to try at the end.
At the end, or at the end, not now.
We don't want to start at the beginning.
No.
At the end.
You want to slur your words, or do you want to?
Well, we want to stay.
smooth?
We want to stay very,
the bottle.
very educated this episode.
This one is going to be. We have some fire for today.
Now, when you say educated, why don't you let your viewers know what you mean by that?
Value.
Yeah, I want to talk about.
I think
Why?
value.
Okay.
Value. Like, what is education? It's not memorization of something, because that's the traditional stuff. We're not here to teach you things or tell you things that you need to memorize. I think it's letting you know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And that's what education should be. It should provide value. So that to answer your question, Stefano.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. But as for the tequila of choice today,
Back to tequila.
yeah,
You can
because
see that we love our tequilas.
this one,
Wow.
this one has some good memories. Shout out to Adam. I haven't talked to you in a while, dude. Miss you. But
Well, this is also a shout out to George Clooney, right?
yeah, he's a handsome young fella.
But isn't he the creator of this?
He is, yeah.
Okay.
And this one here,
He better be.
It says it right there, right?
Does it?
It said George Clooney, right?
Oh, okay.
No, I really do believe this is his company.
That is.
it is his. Yeah, Casamigos is his. This is a mezcal that we'll talk about later at the end of the show.
Yeah. So you just jumped into tequilas, but I want to bring you guys back to education. When it comes to a mortgage broker, and we were actually talking about this off air, there's a dime a dozen, okay? Right now, there's a lot of people who call themselves mortgage brokers. Do you
I mean,
feel,
there's about 6,000 new agents a year right now.
This year alone.
what does that mean with mortgage brokers, though? Like broker-jizz.
Okay.
I guess I want to specify to broker-jizz.
So what I truly love that FISRA is doing right now is they're challenging.
Who is that?
So FISRA is the Financial Restrictions Regulatory Council of Canada. So FISCO, if you really want to go back in time. They are the ones who govern us, and we have to provide updated education and licensing through. There's two houses or two education schools. There's REMIC and there's Mortgage Professionals Canada, MPC. So we're both MPC certified on our side. But what Danny's talking about when it comes to professionals, I don't know about that. I won't use that term. That's a very, very vague term, because you got 6,000 people entering this business. They don't even know how to spell mortgages, some of them. Yeah. Like they've come and walked.
They're not trained properly, to be honest. Like, I remember going through school. You took the 1 week course or the 40-hour course, and you're like, oh, I'm ready to do mortgages, and then you show up to do mortgage. You have no clue, and then we got to deal with these people's finances, which is their biggest purchase. And
It's not,
I
we're not a-
respect realtors, because their course that they have to do to become a realtor, it's so many more hours than a mortgage agent. But yet when you become a realtor and when you become a mortgage agent, you need more education as a mortgage agent than you do as a realtor, which is absolutely crazy on the path to becoming that professional.
I think it's starting to change though now.
But when we're talking about education, what about the element of also being a psychiatrist? Someone that you need to mentally tap into each client has a different story. So as mortgage brokers, how do you guys educate yourself on the emotional stance on how to work with clients?
Oh boy. How long do we have?
This is what it is. This is honestly what it is.
So for my personal experience, I mean, I'm 42 years old. I've been customer focused since I was 18. Everything I've ever done has always been about providing service to a client. As for psychology of selling, I mean, I was called a salesman. You're a good salesman. You're a good salesman. And I want to say, the F you. I'm not a salesman. I'm far from it, my friend. Far from it. But because I'm well spoken, and because I use my words wisely, and because I practice my craft, you think I'm a good salesman is because you're a shitty salesperson.
Okay.
Okay. Like
I go back and people ask me about, sales in mortgages and how, they're when we start talking it out a little bit, we figure out that, they got pushed into a product that maybe they shouldn't have.
that's sales.
That is sales.
But if I sit there and educate you, which is exactly what this topic today is about, I'm giving you education, but because I'm smart, I know I'm smart. I know that. And some people might be listening to this like, oh, he's cocky. Listen, bro or gal, if I'm not confident in what I'm doing, you shouldn't be doing business with me. If I'm not educated in my craft and understand the business and I'm able to teach you about the business, then that's not being a salesperson. That's far from it, man. If you come to me and I know my product and I know that you fit with this specific, like this is for you, I'm not being a salesperson. I'm educating you with value.
Do you feel that a lot of people they'll only take what they think they need, not necessarily what is important to each situation?
Yeah, I agree with you on that 100%. And Danny and I talk about this with our agents all the time. You can't spend someone else's money.
What do you mean?
So because we have our own opinion on something, it doesn't mean it's the right opinion. You can't spend someone else's money. They, like you're saying, like they're only going to take what they want to know. People only want to hear what they want to hear. Everything else gets blocked out. Like if we sit there and do a budget with a client, they'll be like, yeah, but Johnny, I don't care. I want the house.
So then, Danny, how do you educate someone properly in that situation?
So in this case, it's like you got to show them every strategy possible for them. Okay, tell them obviously the positives and negatives of going this route versus that route, right? But then we can't make, like Johnny's saying, we can't spend their money. You've showed them the path,
Yeah.
which is whether it's the left, right, or going right down the middle. You've shown them all three of them. And if they still choose the one that you don't think is the proper one, at least you showed them the path.
So this is where I want to chime in. This is where skill can come in. If I truly want to be a salesperson, I will manipulate. That's what salespeople do. Like a really used car salesman, greasy oil, like that old school stuff. If I really wanted to, if I know I want to land you on the middle budget, I'm going to influence the right side. Because you'll never go with what I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Like that's like 90%. That's the psychology of selling.
So obviously misinformation is in the forefront thanks to politics, governments, and so on and so forth. How do you navigate misinformation?
It's that word education.
Like how do you navigate it though? Like if someone comes in here and you look at them and say, you're completely off. You're not seeing it for what it is. How do you take this concrete misinformation and educate it?
I don't feel people walk in that way. It's either they know or they don't know.
But sometimes, sometimes
I don't think so.
I
Sometimes
don't know. I guess, yeah, maybe social media can throw you off and send you down a path that you might think.
Well,
is
okay,
the
let's
right-
talk about business for self for a second.
Okay.
They come into our world and we come and say something like, well, if you didn't do it like this, you would be here. And that sometimes can almost be insulting because we're coming off as if we know more and we're not, I don't want to say better, but that could be, they have misleading information because the accountant they're working with is only working on spending the client's money by giving them the least amount of taxes to pay. Mm-hmm. But now you come see someone like us and we're telling you the total opposite. And their backs get put up against the wall and they get offended. And it's like, well,
But that's not misinformation.
it is on their end. How do you qualify for a mortgage with $16,000 of income?
Well, we have other ways of qualifying. That.
Correct, but they want to go to the traditional way.
Oh, the traditional way is not going to work.
No, I get that. But, so that's misinformation on their end. They're misinformed.
Okay. And this is why I think working with an accountant is very important
For us.
yeah.
100%.
And for them, mostly for them. Because
Yeah.
if we're both on the same page, we're going to lead you down the right direction.
So
Go ahead.
our last episode, we talked about our referral sources and where we fit in to the business. And as a whole, it's not just me working with a realtor. It's me working with the realtor, working with the accountant, working with the lawyer. because that's the four people you need to get your mortgage. And if you're not understanding that, and if you're in this business in real estate, whether you're on the finance side or on the ending the close, you're the legal representation for them on the close, or you're the person that's doing their taxes, there should be a unified front for the client.
Okay, so the number one topic, sorry to interrupt, Danny. The number one topic is the government is yo-yoing the interest rates. We don't know. We really do not know if it's going up, going down, third quarter, second quarter, first quarter. No one knows
We
anything.
don't. There's been times where BLC.
What's BLC?
So the Bank of Canada. What's the word I'm looking for?
What does BLC stand for?
Bank of Canada.
BLC stands for
BOC.
BOC. Okay.
It's the Portuguese accent.
So we have 8 specific dates where they announce possible rate hikes or rate drops, and on these days we go into it. There's been dates where we show up and they don't even know, or we don't even know what's really going to happen, or they'll tell us on the Monday. Looks like we're going to stay the way we are, and then on the Wednesday, which usually happens on Wednesdays, they end up raking up the hikes.
So the problem is, before we get the actual what the government of Canada is going to do, realtors are saying what they predict. Mortgage brokers are saying what they predict. The average consumer is going to throw in their hat and say where they think it's going to go. It's like almost like playing roulette. You know, it's either black or red. We don't know. The problem is that when you speak of education and misinformation and all that, we are surrounded by so many opinions that now people are getting flustered and saying, well, which one do you want me to listen to? I'm confused. So when they come knocking on your door, how the heck do you steer them in the right direction?
Boy.
So we have an opinion also, because there's no way of telling which way it's going to happen. Right? We look at the trends. We look at what our economists are telling us, and we make a decision and give out an opinion based on that. If you ask me, like as of right now, I feel like rates are going to be dropping for a little while.
But it's so hard to give a broad answer because I haven't done the same mortgage twice. Like, do you know what I mean? Every situation is different. We need to understand what you need. And like our discovery calls, like we dive so deep into a discovery call. Like we ask questions. Like I had a discovery call with the client last week, and I asked him, I said, okay, great. This is beautiful. What's your plan to exit this mortgage? He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, bro. What's your plan to exit the mortgage? So
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
right?
No, but wait, okay. So does your Nesta go as far back as the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2008? Do you guys ever check what the trends were? And if it's very much like a wave, like maybe like not predicting, but almost seeing if there's a certain pattern that's happening?
So I won't go anything past 1981 because that's the year I was born.
83.
But
So
yeah,
in the
you have,
80s
you have to.
In the 80s and 90s, didn't we hit at one point 13, 14%?
Yeah,
We went higher than
87, 88, yep,
We went high.
89.
If you ask my mom, obviously my mom's no longer here, but if we ask my father, one of his mortgages, I think was at 18 or 19% at one point.
All right, so how did they deal with that? And why are we in a frenzy about 4 and 5 and 6%?
Okay, so they went to the store, they bought flour, water, and egg, and they made 3 meals a day with that. That's what they did. A very different lifestyle. They didn't go out for dinners.
But also back then there was no social media. There was just this is what it
There
is,
was
black
no
and white.
influence.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right? There's what you know and what you don't know. And what you don't know, you're never going to know. So you only do what you know.
Like when you ask
That's
stuff,
good, Danny. That's good.
yeah, it is. You don't know what you don't know, right? And now there's too much information. It's too quick. You don't know what to believe. But I truly think if you're the consumer, even myself, I can't take one. Like I have to read both sides. I have to be able to learn how to dissect what I'm hearing. And I have to talk to some people, but you should not take advice from anybody who's not doing what you're doing.
But hold on. No. Wait a second. You guys are in a specialized business. It's not like you're like a general contractor and dime a dozen. I can ask anyone. Everybody knows how to put up drywall. You guys are in a very specific detail-oriented job, and you're dealing with someone's financial future. So when they come to you, I hate to say it, they don't want you guys to guess or wonder.
No,
they
you
want you to
can't.
come here and say, no, this is what's going to happen, and this is what you're going to be dealing with. So I ask you guys again, education. How are you going to give that security blanket that people are desperately needing when it comes to education?
You have to ask the right questions.
In your discovery call,
Yeah. Like you can't just be.
the discovery call is your opening phone call with or first touch point with a client, and you try to figure out what their problem is, what they're hoping to achieve, and what their future might be like. You grab all this information, and then you can start asking the questions that figure out. You're not going to just sit there and be like, "Oh, I am so and so, and I'm going to talk about this and talk about that." And you're going to lose the client. So you got to start with figuring out what their problem is, what they're hoping to achieve.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy is when a client calls me and it's like I'm asking questions, then they don't have any answers for me.
They don't have any answers for you?
No, they don't know what they're looking for.
Well, then why did they come here in the first place?
I don't know. It happens all the
Because
time.
they have a thought.
Yeah.
That thought that came into their head is, I want to purchase a home.
Yep.
So
But that goes for anything. Like,
Do you feel like you shatter their dreams? Because they come and they want to purchase a home, and then you look at them and say, you can't. You just can't.
You know,
it's
I
not in the cards.
I don't shatter dreams.
I want to
man.
put.
But-
There's no way I shatter dreams.
Well, hold on a second.
I show them the right path.
But you are shattering their
them.
dreams
I'm
because they
not.
came in here with the mindset of these guys are going to help me buy a house, and then all of a sudden you tell them you can't.
No,
you
I'm
I,
simply
I
can't.
put them to reality.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Isn't that shattering their
That's-
dreams, man?
No,
No, man.
So I want to touch on this, okay? And this is crazy because Danny's 100% right. And what you're asking is the difference between the devil and God. Okay?
Where are you going with this, man?
Okay. You see, if I tell you what you want to hear and enable you because you have this thought, we can be that salesperson and smash you into what you need. But when I tell you that you need to listen, man, right now is not the best time for you. If you just go back home and you dunk your cookies in milk and don't do anything, shut off your mind, be a better person for 4 or 5 months and do better.
This is delusional talking, man. Because now, if I want to ride that roller coaster and I'm not tall enough, and I'm so excited, I've been waiting for it all
not
summer,
delusional.
and then the guy says, "You're not tall enough. You can't. You come next year."
That's
Like, I'm-
reality.
The reality hurts,
Hold on.
but when they come to you, they're all pumped.
The devil's in disguise, my friend.
Danny, help me out here.
Hold on.
This is a second shot at the devil. He's saying,
No, hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. Again, this is my opinion. This is not what everybody. But I'm telling you, if I come to you and I tell you, hey, listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat this like Danny's telling you. I'm going to give you the reality. Reality hurts, but that is the truth, and that's God talking. If I tell you what you want to hear, that's the devil in disguise. Because the initial phone call is going to be that, hey, listen, guys, unfortunately at the moment, we don't have enough to qualify because things are a lot harder than they used to be. But the good news is that Danny and I and our team are going to walk you through the whole journey. We're going to teach you how to budget. We're going to create the budget. We're going to, talk to you guys about how much money are you bringing home? How much money are you currently spending? What's your life like now? Mm-hmm. And then how do we create that $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 more down payment? That is, education isn't just giving you information. It's got to be value. And you have to be able to take that and use it.
and as a producer, I'm in charge of leaving everyone with cliffhangers. And that is one of them. So we got to put a pause on it because we're 22 minutes in and they could check out our next episode. But in the meantime,
we're taking too long.
No, it's because I feel like this is a discussion that can go on for the next 3 hours. And that means that we're bringing education to the people who truly want to hear it. But more importantly, I need to know what we're drinking today because you also brought 3 glasses.
I did bring 3 glasses.
And what are we trying? Why are we drinking it? And do you think this is a good choice to drink?
We're drinking it because it's my favorite.
This is John's
Going on the record?
favorite bottle.
Top 2, top 3?
Top 3.
Top
Yep.
3. Okay. So what are we drinking?
So I got in front of me a Casamigos mezcal. 100% agave.
Guave.
It's in a
Sorry, agave or guave?
Guave.
Guave.
What's agave?
I don't know.
Guave.
Is that I said that?
You said agave. Portuguese.
My throat's killing me, man.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
So this is gonna help. So guave, okay, and this is also made by George Clooney.
I mean,
Yes.
he owns the company.
Well, he didn't make absolutely anything, but he owns it.
yeah.
It's in a
Smoke bottle.
dark looking bottle,
That's
which
not
is
clay, is it?
No.
This is not a clay bottle. It's,
It has like
it is a
like a
glass bottle.
suede feel to it.
Yeah.
The bottle. The bottle has a suede feel to it. It's kind of smoky looking, which is
Price point?
$90.
Jesus.
That's a $90 bottle. But what's nice about it is the bottle matches the flavor. It's dark and smoky, and that's exactly what the mezcal is. It's
Yeah.
dark and smoky.
Smooth. It's definitely smooth.
Let's pour.
Well, the first
let's
one-
drink, let's rate.
The first one can give you a little twitch in the eye, but
Oh, is that because it's not refined enough, or is it just a different kind of a like what gives you that?
the smoke, the mezcal is a smoke, right? That's the whole. If I'm saying it right, I could be wrong. I'm not a professional, but it's definitely
40%, right?
But let's try
Is
it.
it
This
40?
is a 40%.
Yeah.
All right, pour it up. Let's see. So we're still live. Obviously, the cameras are still rolling.
Yeah.
Don't spill any. Now,
guys-
do you recommend? So this is one of your top three. Do you recommend it drinking it neat or on the rocks?
I drink all my alcohol neat. I won't put anything on the rocks.
Correct. But if you had to navigate, do you think that this could also be accompanied on the rocks?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Some tequila you can't.
Well, so with the smoky, so I find with smoky alcohol or something a little bit stronger, the cooler it is, the smoother it gets.
Okay, let's
Right.
grab. So let's grab a glass. Put the mic back in front of you. No, I got you.
Thank you. I'm tied up right now.
Say cheers. We got a salute.
Cheers.
All right, let's try this out. So I'm instantly gonna say, number one, easily an 8 out of 10 for me. Number two, you gotta love that smoky campfire feel in your mouth.
100%.
Like
This
this-
is- this is
Very
great.
ashy. Very ashy.
This is great with a cigar.
Yes.
If you're
This-
a cigar smoker, this is awesome.
Like I'm a wood fire kind of guy. I have a fire pit at my house, and I sit on my back patio while the fire pit is running. And I think everybody in my neighborhood has fire going on all the time, and it smells so nice in the air.
Yep.
This goes so nice with the campfire going or your fire pit going. You're sitting on your balcony or your porch or your deck, and you have this and a cigar and your loved ones around you, and this is like
So I went out on a limb and said this is 8 out of 10. In my opinion, this is probably one of the best tequilas I've ever had. Truthfully, because the flavor is so different. Now I'm saying 8 out of 10. You?
oh, this to me is 10 out of 10.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
I'm an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. This is a perfect tequila for me.
Now the last thing I don't agree with is the price. I think it's too expensive.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed. But
It's celebrity inspired. That's why.
it's usually gifted to me. So
Do you think it's well priced?
I mean, whether you're $75 or $90.
It doesn't matter, but $90 is it's steep.
it is
very steep.
expensive. If you're drinking it every day, yeah, it's expensive. But if it's for those moments when you want to bring out the acoustic guitar that I can't play and you want to have a nice night on a Saturday night, I think a $90 bottle this is perfect for me.
A must have for your bar?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Now a must do is finding us, and where can they do it?
So please, guys, we appreciate the support. You guys are making this very enjoyable for us. I hope you guys are liking the content, which it seems that we are.
Yeah, we're getting great feedback.
So please continue to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave us a review, good or bad, guys. Let us know what you think, and let your friends know. And what's really important is if you like what you hear, share it and tag us so we can appreciate you and recognize
And that's it.
the recognition. Thank you. Till next time, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Take care. Brush your hair.
Yeah.